Some riders prefer the early sunrises, while other riders prefer the sunsets. Both are breathtaking in their own ways. Some riders prefer a large group ride, while others prefer a smaller group ride with camaraderie and experiencing the ride and the scenes together. Some riders prefer the lone wolf solo riding, and they get to choose their ride, stop what they want, just do whatever they want, the freedom to do it all. And all of these are great in their own ways, and I have experienced all of them. But what about the little things that we often forget about almost as soon as they happen, that kind of make you smile at times? So let's start from the beginning. How about, have you ever started your bike and your neighbor's kid runs outside, stands on the front porch just to watch and listen to you ride off? Or another example, how about if you're riding down the highway and you come up on a car and you see some kids in the back seat waving, or they're in the passenger seat and they're waving, and you see the parent kind of telling them to not wave, to leave that biker alone. Then you pull up at a stoplight and you look over and smile and you give a wave, maybe even rev your motor a little bit. The kid gets all happy and smiles, and the parent looks at you with a smile and finally gives you a friendly wave. Kind of reminds me of the story. A little boy asks his dad why people ride motorcycles. And the dad says, "Well, son, those people are called bikers. They feel a sense of freedom, getting to experience the environment, feeling the wind in their face, ride whenever they want, wherever they want, stop whenever they want." And then the little boy looks at his dad and says, "Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a biker." Or how about if you're out riding and you come across another biker, the 2 fingers down wave. Well, this rider sticks out his whole arm and reaches out as if he's going to give you a high five as you cross paths. And I think back and I say, man, that guy is happy to be out here. Maybe even happier than I. Maybe I should be following him. Or another one. How about when you're passing a vehicle or a semi and you see the driver's window start to roll down just as you're about to pass by, and you realize all they wanted to hear were your pipes. I've even had a cop directing traffic as I rode by one time, and he said, "Let me hear those pipes." So I gave half a twist, and he yelled, No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted more." So my buddy and I both, at the next time we had a chance to take off, we just cracked him and looked back just to see him have a big grin on his face and thumbs up. Yes, I get many thumbs up. People smile and wave and compliments on the bike that I'm riding at the time. But how about another example when you pull into a gas station and a guy walks up and says, "I used to ride one like that." And as you talk with him and ask questions, after you leave, you realize, I don't think he either rode a bike or rode one like it, but he just wanted a little conversation, and motorcycles just kind of made him happy to talk about, I guess. And if they are riders, you exchange favorite places you've ridden to and recommendations. One time as I was pulling into a town, I seen a bike behind me, and he was catching up rather quickly, followed me all the way into the gas station and jumped off his bike, and he says, "Just what exact pipes are you running anyway?" And as I proceeded to tell him, he pulled out his phone, Googled them, and swears he ordered them as we were talking. So it's kind of funny how things like that happen. It reminds me of the story of when a guy walked up and said, "Yeah, I'd have one of those if the old lady would let me. You know how it is, don't you, buddy?" And as I shake my head in agreement, I looked down at my bike and I said, "Well, no, see, this here is my bike, and my wife rides with me, and she wanted me to get it as well, so I don't really think I know what you mean. Or how about when you do some benefit rides or a group ride for somebody, such as a celebration of life for a brother biker, and the preacher gets up and talks about how there's no better sound than a group of Harleys riding into town together. And they talked about how they didn't ride, never would ride, don't care to ride, but just love the sound of Harleys riding together in unison. Well, we did another benefit ride for a family whose child had some health issues. Rode through several towns, got to know other bikers, and laughed and had a good time. At the end of the ride, there was a meal, there's a barbecue, and we sat down at a picnic table and talking about different things that we had experienced for the day. And a family sat down next to us, and they began to thank us for taking part in the ride and raising the money for their child who was sitting with them. That can bring a tear to your eye, as you just did something really important and you were just thinking you were having fun with the ride. So the next time you go out, you want to get your knees in the breeze, or you want to let the wind hit your face, or you want the sunshine to pour over your body, let the therapy work on your soul. Going wherever you want, stopping whenever you like, having a conversation with your loved one riding with you, conversing with buddies at the next stop, or a stranger walks up and you start sharing stories of when they used to ride, or a stranger just asking you, where are you from? Where are you going? These are all little things that are also rewarding, and sometimes to the people you meet, it may be more than just a little thing to them. But sometimes it's just the little things like that that put riding a motorcycle into perspective, and that even the little things add up to be big things at the end of the day. So the next time you get out to ride, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next week, next month, or even next year, as it is a few days before Christmas here, living in the Midwest, the riding is few and far between when it comes to winter time. But when you get out to ride, and if any of these little things happen to you along the way, just remember, not only were you out getting a little therapy, but you may have just brightened up somebody else's day. So let me know, have you had an experience similar to this or something different? Please share in the comments and let me know, because a lot of times, like I said, by the time we get to the next stop, we kind of brushed it off. It made us smile at the moment, but we kind of brushed it off and forgot about it just a few miles down the road. But like I said, you may have just brightened up somebody else's day. So I hope this brightens up your day, and you have a great day, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Take care. If I don't post another video, you have a Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you again real soon. Thank you.